We all remember when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. Comedian Chris Rock has been slammed for repeatedly calling Jada Pinkett-Smith a bitch in his Netflix comedy special that aired on Sunday, as well as being called obsessed with her. Chris Rock released the show almost 1 year after the famous Slapgate incident at the Oscars in 2022. In his special, called Selective Outrage, he addressed Will Smith's Oscar slap, Jada's entanglement with August Alsina, and much more. He has also been accused of being obsessed with Jada Pinkett-Smith after brutally taking aim at her during the special. A year after Jada's husband Will Smith stormed on stage at the Oscars and slapped Chris, the comedian finally addressed the controversial incident. The 58-year-old said the slap still hurts, before making a series of scathing jokes about Will and Jada's marriage. Now, a source close to Jada has hit out at Chris for his comments, and said the 51-year-old had nothing to do with the drama between Chris and her husband. Quote, "Jada has had no part in all of this other than being heckled. Chris is obsessed with her, and that's been going on for almost 30 years. Look where he chose to film his Netflix special, her hometown of Baltimore. Obsessed," the insider said. During his special, Chris claimed Jada deserved to be made fun of, claiming she was the one who started this, as he argued she said he should quit the Oscars. In 2016, Jada showed her support for black actors as part of the #OscarsSoWhite movement. As part of his latest stand-up routine, Chris said, quote, "Years ago, his wife said I should quit the Oscars. I shouldn't host because her man didn't get nominated for concussion. And then he gives me a f***ing concussion. I did some jokes about her. Who gives a f***? That's how it is. She starts it, I finish it. That's what the f*** happened. Nobody picking on this bitch. She started this shit. Nobody was picking on her." The source told People they, quote, "were shocked at how many times Chris used the word bitch in referring to Jada." They also insisted she has never told Chris not to host the Oscars, and instead publicly supported him for the job. Jada is now thought to be looking forward in life, and is trying to focus on the release of her upcoming book. It's been almost a year since Jada's husband slapped Chris in the face for a joke the comedian made about Jada. With the Oscars taking place again this weekend, organisers are taking precautions to make sure there is no repeat of last year's shocking incident. The Academy Awards will have a whole crisis team on standby who will, quote, "be prepared for anything." Some huge names are up for an award at this year's ceremony, including Brendan Gleeson, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Colin Farrell. You think Chris Rock was out of line for what he did? Maybe it's best that Slapgate stays in the past. Maybe it's best that Slapgate stays in the past.